Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Players' grades, Lakers vs Suns. The preseason debut of LeBron James and Anthony Davis on Sunday brought with it plenty of excitement to the Lakers' second exhibition game of the year against the Suns. While it ended in a loss, the Lakers looked a much improved side in the first half against Phoenix, scoring 69 points in the opening two frames. LeBron sat in the third quarter, leading to the Lakers falling late, but it still provided plenty of optimism moving forward in the preseason. So, let's dive into the loss. As always, grades are based on expectations for each player. A grade represents the average performance for that player. Also, and I'm reiterating this again, it's the preseason. I'm not grading this on the same standard as a real game because nobody treats these like real games. The first signs of being the hub of the offense looked pretty dang good. For one, he was not just taking three-pointers, but positioning himself off the ball to shoot them. For two, he was aggressive in the mid-post and drew a number of fouls there as well. The Suns are a team without much size to match up against him, so that plays into this as well. But that was as good of a showing as you could hope in his first preseason action. There should be one number that jumps off the screen in that stat line: 8 rebounds. Ruiz had one-off games before where he's had a strong night on the glass, so the challenge is going to be doing this consistently. But considering how much Redick and Ruiz talked about the need for him to improve as a rebounder, this was a welcome sign. Only one of those was an offensive rebound, so this wasn't some direct result of him corner crashing, but I'm not going to complain about how he got the rebounds. Yeah, man, I just don't know what to say about LeBron. It's clear he just stayed in game shape from the end of the Olympics in August because he was absolutely in mid-season form on Sunday. He will have no points funnier than these two all season long, though. Much of the same from DLO, who looked to be continuing off the form he had during the regular season last year. This starting five is going to gel nicely, and it looks even better when DLO knocks down shots. NBA fans react as Bronny James' late-game mistakes costs Lakers against Suns. NBA fans chimed in as Bronny James' struggles in the late game led to the Lakers losing 118-114 against the Suns, despite having a 16-point lead during the game. Late-game errors from Bronny James cost the Lakers a big preseason win against the Phoenix Suns, as they lost 118-114. Two costly mistakes on defense from James, giving away an easy layup to Colin Gillespie and then fouling him at the three-point line to cost the team 5 total points late in the game against the Suns. One fan even questioned whether Bronny should be blamed for the loss. This poor outing put a damper on a big night for Bronny, as it was the first time that LeBron James and Bronny shared the court together as teammates in an official game. It was a big moment that garnered a massive ovation from fans in attendance. But the duo only played a few minutes together, as Bronny James had 3 turnovers, prompting JJ Redick to take him out of the game. LeBron James had a great night against the Suns, putting up 19 points, with 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. But Bronny James, 0 points, was very poor, putting up just 2 rebounds, with 4 turnovers and 3 personal fouls, and went just 0-1 from the field. Bronny did make a big 3 after his mistakes to try and get the team back into the game, but an offensive foul from Colin Castleton meant that the shot was waved off. These mistakes played a big part in the Lakers losing the game in the final moments. While the lead had been lost due to the failure of all Lakers, Bronny making such high-profile, avoidable errors during the game certainly did him no favors in the eyes of Lakers fans. It was a night to forget for Bronny James, who would have hoped for a better showing in preseason to try and silence his critics. What makes this loss even more troubling for James is that his poor performance occurred on his 20th birthday. One fan poked fun at how the media might spin Bronny's poor performance as a positive. The Los Angeles Lakers blew a 16-point lead against the Phoenix Suns in their second preseason game. Despite strong performances from the starters, including LeBron James and Anthony Davis, the Lakers' bench players couldn't see out the game, losing the lead late in the fourth quarter. The Lakers had a 16-point lead over the Suns as late as the third quarter. But in the fourth quarter, with most of the Lakers starters out of the game, the second and third unit players were put into the game to get some minutes. The Lakers staff will try and make sure he doesn't go too hard on himself for the mistakes and tries to learn from them ahead of the Lakers' next preseason game against the Milwaukee Bucks on the 10th of October. There was praise for the most part for J.J. Redick and the coaching staff he has put together, especially in the first half when the Lakers' primary players looked dominant against the Phoenix Suns. There was some optimism among fans for the way the Lakers starters played. The 16-point lead was built off the back of most of the Lakers' key rotation stars. If this was any indication of how the Lakers will play next season, fans have reason to be excited about their chances in the Western Conference. The Lakers showed that they have the guile and the moxie to compete with teams on a nightly basis, but Redick must use this preseason to determine who the pieces that surround LeBron James and Anthony Davis will be going forward. The key for Redick will be to find players who can be locked in on the defensive end. This preseason run will be important for the Lakers as they look to find their footing under new coach J.J. Redick. It will be interesting to see how the Lakers bounce back from this loss heading into their game with the Milwaukee Bucks on Thursday. LeBron James, Kevin Durant send harsh message to ejected fan during Lakers Suns. Sunday's matchup between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Phoenix Suns may have been nothing more than a preseason game, but there was no shortage of action in this one, especially among the fans. Toward the final couple of minutes in the third quarter, a fan was forcefully ejected from the game after reportedly attempting to shoot the ball from behind the basket. The officials were not at all pleased about the interruption, which ultimately led to security dragging the man out of the Acrisure Arena in Plum Desert, California. The incident caught the attention of the Lakers bench, with LeBron James, in particular, having a bit of a good time at the expense of the ejected fan. In the video below, the NBA's all-time leading scorer is seen signaling for the fan's ejection. LeBron was also laughing on the bench with Anthony Davis and their other Lakers teammates as he watched security remove the said fan from his seat. As the broadcast indicated, the fan resisted the ejection, which turned into a bit of a physical altercation involving multiple security personnel. Below is a fan angle of the scene in question. The incident ended up becoming the center of attention for the entire arena for a minute or two. So much so that even Suns star Kevin Durant could not help but send a harsh NSFW message to the fan as the latter was being escorted out of the arena. An expert lip reader is not required to determine Durant's savage forward message here. The game was eventually resumed, and it was the Suns who emerged with a 118-114 victory. Durant finished with just 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists in 14 minutes. LeBron, who made history in this one by playing with his son Bronny James for the first time in an NBA preseason game, went off in the first half, scoring 19 points on 8 of 12 shooting, 15 points in the second quarter, along with 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks and 2 triples in just 16 minutes of action. Unfortunately for them, the Lakers are now 0-2 to start the preseason. Their next game is on Thursday against the Milwaukee Bucks. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Kevin Durant? Leave your opinion in the comments.